What is the best juice for weight loss? All right, you're gonna hear the truth. Let's go. In this video, we will cover what juice actually is. And I know it sounds funny, but wait until you hear what I have to say. And then we'll cover if juice is actually healthy like we've been told. And last, we'll dive into how juice fits into the Code Red lifestyle. So when talking about juice, I've got a little container here that I picked up at the store on my way over here. And manufacturers want you to believe something that's simply not true. When I was looking through the juice section of the store, I was looking for something that would demonstrate my point pretty well. I think this does a pretty good job, but a lot of juice manufacturers want to paint this picture of this big farm, and they want to put like this rolling field. They want to put this beautiful sunset and these cows grazing on the grass, and they want to put this beautiful orchard and the farmer walking through with his coveralls and his straw hat holding onto his child's hand. They want to paint a picture that that's what their farm is like, when in reality, nothing could be further from the truth. An actual juice manufacturing plant is not at all like that. It's not amber waves of grain type of, situation with these big rolling hills and this sun coming down. It's just not like that. The way that juice is actually manufactured is way different than what we've been led to believe. So I have an orange that I picked up, and I have a jug of juice that I picked up. When you take this orange, which is the exact way that nature delivered it to us, in its bioavailable form right here, and you extract the juice out of this orange and put it through a processing plant, and you get this. Your body does not view it as any different than just raw table sugar. This is pure sugar. This is not. This is. When you eat an orange the way that nature intended you to eat an orange, you are eating the whole orange, the pulp, the skin, not that skin, but the little membrane around the outside, the seed. You're meant to eat the entire thing. And this orange comes with fiber. That's what the pulp is, it's fiber. This orange juice does not. This is pure sugar. And when you eat an orange with the pulp, the way that you're supposed to eat an orange, the fiber in the orange, the fiber in the pulp, slows down the absorption of the sugar. So it's not going to spike your blood sugar like this will. If you eat this, which is pure sugar, literally, it's got a huge glycemic load. And your blood sugar is going to spike. And then it's going to require a lot of insulin to bring that blood sugar back down. That's why, look, I was married to a type 1 diabetic. Jason Nichols, a type 1 diabetic. Whenever he had low blood sugar, we would give him orange juice because that's going to get his blood sugar up the quickest. We kept orange juice around all the time for him to make sure that in case he got too low or he got too much insulin, we had to get his blood sugar back up quick. And orange juice is a really great way to get your blood sugar up really quick when you're type 1. But for the rest of us who have a normal functioning pancreas, we don't need orange juice ever. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, what about the vitamins, Cristy? What about the minerals, Cristy? What about the calcium in orange juice? Again, that is the industry and very powerful lobbyists and very powerful marketing campaigns leading you to believe basically a lie. You don't get as many nutrients and vitamins in orange juice as you think. You are going to get nutrients and vitamins in this orange. You are, because that's, again, the way nature delivered it to you. And when you eat it the way that nature intended you to eat it, you are going to absorb some of those nutrients and vitamins. But pure orange juice is fortified. It's stripped of its minerals and vitamins, and then in some cases they're added back in. But it's negligible. The amount of nutrients and vitamins and minerals that they claim are in here, there's such a trace amount that it's not going to do you any good. In fact, the small amount of minerals or vitamins that you might get from this orange juice is not enough to undo the damage of your massive, massive insulin spike. And don't forget, high doses of insulin, high blood sugars, that drives disease, that drives metabolic problems, metabolic dysfunction. You're gonna wanna keep those insulin levels down, low and stable. You're gonna wanna keep the blood sugar low and stable. Juice, in my opinion, is absolutely the worst thing that you can drink. Before we go to my next point, I wanna hear from you. I want you to comment below and tell me, what were your misconceptions about juice? What were you led to believe growing up? I know what I was led to believe growing up, but I want to hear, was it the same thing that I was taught? Comment below. I want to hear from you. So you see me gesturing with the orange. You see that I picked up an orange from the grocery store on my way over here. And you're thinking, well, wait a minute, Cristy, hold on. I have the what do I eat list, which you can get. You can get the food list, we call it, in the 10-pound takedown challenge. You can also get the food list from my Code Red Revolution book of what to eat and what to avoid. And orange is on the do not eat list. So why are you using it for this video? Well, I'm using it as a point of a natural form of fruit versus the fruit juice extracted from that fruit. Yes, you're correct. I don't allow people to eat oranges on the Code Red lifestyle simply because my job is to get weight off of you. Ain't nobody getting weight off of you better than me. Nobody. I put myself up against everybody. And therefore, I'm going to take you off foods that could possibly slow down that weight loss. Like oranges. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying any fruit is bad. I think it's perfectly fine. But we do avoid certain foods during weight loss in order to get that weight off. Later on, when you get to maintenance, I will teach you how to reintroduce foods back into your diet in a strategic way so that you don't regain your weight. So how does juice fit in with the Code Red lifestyle? Well, if you didn't guess it already, I'm gonna make it very clear. It doesn't. I don't want to hear of you, or I don't want to see you drinking juice on the Code Red lifestyle. It's one of the worst things, like orange juice here, that I'm using to demonstrate with. Starting your morning off with orange juice is the worst thing you could do. In the mornings, our blood sugar is automatically higher because our bodies do that as a way to wake us up. And then you're adding more sugar on top of that already high blood sugar. So you're really gonna spike that blood sugar first thing in the morning, and then you're gonna have blood sugar imbalances after that. We don't want that. We don't want that on the Code Red lifestyle. We don't want that ever. You want low and stable blood sugar. You don't want these drastic spikes and dips. And that's what happens when you drink juice or when you eat any other forms of sugar. You're gonna get these major highs and lows. And the lows we also call it a crash. So you're gonna crash. Who wants to crash? And then your body's gonna send signals for more sugar because that's gonna be the quickest way to get you back up. And it is a horrible, vicious cycle. That's why we steer clear of juice on Code Red. I want to remind you about insulin. I know I've said it before. I don't want to demonize insulin. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a vital hormone. You need that pancreas to produce that insulin to bring your blood sugar down. And insulin is the key that opens up the cell to allow your cells to absorb nutrients. So if you don't have insulin, you can't receive nutrients into the cell. But when insulin is present, the fat-burning hormones are turned off. So yes, you do need insulin, but you only need a small amount for a short amount of time. And then you need it to get out of there and let the fat-burning hormones start burning some fat. Music to our ears, right? I mean, who doesn't want to burn fat? Glucagon, epinephrine, norepinephrine, the other fat-burning hormones. So you can't lose weight in the presence of insulin. We only want a small amount, but it is vital. Understand that. That's why we definitely stay away from juice. Like I mentioned earlier, on the 10-pound takedown, you are gonna receive a sheet that says foods to eat, foods to avoid. It's very clear, it's right there in black and white, and right there on that list, you're gonna see juice. Yes, I don't want you having any juice, cranberry, apple, orange, whatever form of juice. I don't care if you squeeze it yourself from your grandpa's orchard. I don't want you having juice. And there are so many things we're gonna learn and unlearn during the 10-pound takedown challenge. So I've linked it up below. I would love for you to click on that, learn about the challenge, join us on our next challenge, and I will see you on the next video.